Marvel knows how to do one thing really well, and that is misleading us fans with the trailers. You definitely remember Avengers: Infinity War. In the trailer, Hulk was shown sprinting at full speed in the Battle of Wakanda, but in the actual movie, we never even saw Hulk come out of the Hulkbuster suit. In the Spider-Man No Way Home trailer, it looked like Tom Holland's Spider-Man was going to handle everything alone, but the real explosion was the secret entry of Tobey and Andrew, which didn't have a single frame in the promos. And my personal favorite was the Captain America Civil War trailer. In the first trailer, we were hyped up by seeing Cap versus Iron Man, and in the second trailer, showing War Machine crashing planted the idea in our heads that Iron Man and Captain America were fighting because Cap caused War Machine's death. But the vibe in the movie was completely different, and the ending went somewhere else entirely. The exact same strategy is being used right now for Spider-Man Brand New Day. Our attention as fans is being diverted by creating a mystery around Sadie Sink's character. Meanwhile, nobody is even talking about the real villain, because once it is revealed who Sadie Sink's character actually is, it will be very clear to us whether she is on the hero side or the villain side. Marvel obviously doesn't want to give us this clarity in the trailer because that is exactly what is building the buzz. Besides that, just like Spider-Man was a surprise package in Captain America Civil War that distracted everyone slightly from the core conflict, the Hulk's transformation in Spider-Man Brand New Day is pulling everyone's attention. Hulk's gray, hulkish rage mode, because we didn't even see that up through Infinity War and Endgame. Showing that angry Hulk isn't just making Hulk fans happy, but meanwhile, nobody is paying attention to who the main villain of the movie actually is. Otherwise, everyone's attention would have also gone to the fact that the Punisher, who is a normal human, is casually standing against such a massive and dangerous psychic attack. Now let's talk a bit about a major telepath. If you were a Marvel fan like me, you must have seen the X-Men movies. In those, Charles has a very similar power, and he has done something like what's shown here in the trailer many times, which to this day only a few characters have countered. The first is Magneto, who avoids Xavier's psychic attacks with the help of his helmet. The other is a mutant like Emma Frost, who is a psychic herself. You probably remember how in X-Men First Class, when Xavier tracked Shaw, it was Emma who created a counter to shield Shaw and his team. The exact same case could be happening here too. There might be a telepathic character with Punisher who is protecting him, and that would be Sadie Sink's character. Now obviously the question comes up, why would Sadie Sink's character protect Punisher? This question makes complete sense, but the hints for it are hidden in the first trailer of Spider-Man Brand New Day. There you can clearly see that Punisher is helping that tank driver, and Spider-Man wants to catch that tank driver. Because of this very thing, we get to see a clash between Spider-Man and Punisher. Now, since Punisher helped Sadie's character escape from the DODC's captivity, that is why she is saving Punisher from the main villain's psychic attack by shielding him.
In the first trailer, we saw another interesting thing, how Sadie's character literally vanished from the scene by mind-hopping right in front of Spider-Man, and Peter couldn't do anything. On top of that, there were already rumors that Sadie's character is a telepath, and there are very high chances being reported that she might be a Jean Grey type character, or directly Jean Grey herself. So it's obvious that everyone thinks the mind-controlling villain is the main villain of the movie, meaning Sadie Sink, who hasn't been shown in the trailer yet. Now, if you ask us, after applying all this logic, we have reached the conclusion that this mind-controlling villain is someone else. But the normal audience is assuming Sadie Sink's character is the villain, and that's exactly what Marvel wants. Here, they're saving the main villain, just like they saved Zemo from the Civil War trailer, meaning we will only find out about the real mastermind from the movie itself. But don't worry, because we have figured out about that mastermind just from the impact of his actions. In the new trailer for Brand New Day, people literally freeze mid-conversation, and the atmosphere of the room gets completely heavy. This doesn't look like normal telepathy. It feels like a calculated scientific experiment, because the psychic attack we see here originates from an island and spreads across the whole city. And an island is exactly the place where high-security scientific experiments are conducted, so that even if things get out of control, civilian damage is minimized. This gives a clear hint that the villain is an unseen scientist who's playing with people's minds, and his very first victim was Sadie Sink, whom he got locked up in the DODC prison by framing her for his crimes. Aside from this, Spider-Man fighting so many villains isn't some random stuff, rather it looks like a part of a pre-planned strategy. In this movie, there is Scorpion, Hand Ninjas, Tombstone's confirmation is done, Boomerang, Tarantula, and recently the rumor for Prowler was just confirmed too. So the villain is definitely a scientist who hates Spider-Man so much that he keeps sending villains after him back to back. And at this point, only one name fits very naturally, and that is the Jackal. I could normally throw Norman Osborn's name in here too, but his name isn't fitting here. Also, in the breakdown of the first Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer, people caught a reference to the Jackal who was saying that rebirth dialogue in the background of the trailer, so I will definitely put my money on him.
For comic readers, Jackal is not a casual villain, but the name of a psychological horror that falls into Peter's arch-enemies list. Jackal's real name is Miles Warren, who is a brilliant geneticist and also a professor at Empire State University, the exact same place where Peter Parker and Gwen Stacy studied in the comics. So after the death of Miles Warren's wife, he became mentally unstable. Later, he falls in love with Gwen Stacy, but after she dies, he blames Spider-Man and decides that he will cheat death through science. He started cloning experiments, first animals, then humans, and eventually he made clones of Spider-Man and Gwen Stacy. This is the exact character because of whom the iconic first clone saga started, which ran from Amazing Spider-Man issue 144 to 150, where specifically in Amazing Spider-Man issue 149 to 150, at one point, Spider-Man started doubting himself, whether I am the real Peter or if I am also a clone.
Jackal's biggest power isn't muscles, but bringing confusion and chaos into Spider-Man's life. In the comics, Jackal's obsession wasn't limited to just cloning, he also plays games with people's minds. In the climax of the Clone Saga, Jackal played such a mind game between the original Peter Parker and his clone that both started doubting each other, thinking maybe I am the clone. He used false memories, staged scenarios, and psychological pressure to create a reality where Peter himself didn't know who to trust. This entire vibe matches with the unseen villain of the Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer, a guy who breaks his enemies not physically, but mentally. Now, we don't know exactly what the specific reason will be in the Marvel Cinematic Universe continuity for Jackal to become obsessed with Spider-Man, but I noticed a pattern that is directly inspired by the comics. In the comics, too, thugs like Scorpion and Tarantula used to work for Jackal, whom he would send to clash with Spider-Man. In Brand New Day, both of these villains are going to face off against Spider-Man, which doesn't seem like a coincidence. I mean, Scorpion took so many years to get revenge on Spider-Man, even though he wanted to kill him from the very beginning. In the Marvel Cinematic Universe, out of so many colleges, Banner teaching at Empire State University, and Peter is also being seen wearing a hoodie from this very university in the trailer, all of this is pointing towards the Jackal, because as I told you, this is the same university where Miles Warren was a professor in the comics. Jackal is a master manipulator in the comics, and inside the movie, all the villains, including the Hand's Red Ninjas, are after Spider-Man, which is simply not possible without manipulation, because the Hand doesn't work for money, they just serve their master and their cult. Their mission is always to find a body for some entity from their mythology. Just like in the Defenders series, Elektra was resurrected to become the Black Sky. So now, whenever you watch the Brand New Day trailer again, don't just get stuck on Hulk's thunderclap, Punisher's guns, and Sadie Sink's mind shots. The trailer itself has this dialogue that this is a powerful villain whom nobody can see. And of course, the trailer wants to show that it is Sadie Sink's character, but in my opinion, it is Miles Warren, meaning the Jackal, a scientist who has turned Spider-Man's life into nightmares like the Clone Saga in the comics as well. Perhaps Sadie is a shield, Punisher is a clue, Hulk is a huge distraction, and Peter is that poor guy who will not only clash with a mastermind, but also deal with his mutation problem at the same time. Now look, for a second, I also thought it could be that scientist from Iron Man whom we saw in Spider-Man Far From Home helping Mysterio. Anyway, brothers, I have removed all the comics from members only and made them free for my bros. Go watch right now how Deadpool completely wrecked the Marvel Universe in Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe. But you tell me, what do you think? In your opinion, is the whole Jackal trouble theory right, or could it be someone else here too? Let's talk about all of this in detail in the comments. If you liked the video, definitely hit like. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Thank you guys.